Singapore will maintain an open economy and foster the growth of international trade while doubling down on its maritime sector to be more efficient, competitive and trusted. Senior Minister Lee Hsien Loong said this at the Singapore Maritime Week, adding that this is how the country will prepare for a challenging geopolitical landscape. Nicolas Ng tells us more.
A record turnout at this year's Singapore Maritime Week, with over 20,000 attendees from around the world gathered here to talk about the future of the maritime industry. But outside these halls, not all is smooth sailing, with unpredictable trade winds, turbulent international relations and protectionist policies. Those are challenges that Senior Minister Lee Hsien Loong says might stop global trade from keeping pace with GDP. It's something that's happened before. Take a look at this graph, which shows the value of trade as a percentage of global GDP dipping during the global financial crisis.
If the trade to GDP ratio starts to fall, there will be serious economic and strategic implications. At the least, it will dampen economic growth in many countries, which will cause further social and political problems, both domestically and internationally. And in that event, the world would truly enter a new epoch, which it has not seen since the Second World War.
With Singapore's trade 3 times that of GDP, Mr. Lee says the country is committed to staying open to preserve the benefits of the multilateral trading system, and is doing so by continuing to expand the network of free trade agreements with efforts by local firms to strengthen supply chain linkages. He adds that Singaporeans will not be left behind.
We are upskilling them to operate new AI and digital systems and to advanced technologies such as remote key cranes, drones, underwater robots. With this support, our people will embrace and make full use of technology instead of resisting it and jeopardizing both Singapore's competitiveness and their own livelihoods.
Looking to the future, Mr. Lee says Singapore's investment in Tuas Port serves as an example of how the country has bold plans to grow the maritime sector. At a fireside chat later, Mr. Lee added that he sees the rise in container volume cargo from Southeast Asia, and that Singapore can position itself to capture these traffic flows.
If we are efficient, we can be the place where you ship the container in, the next ship comes, in 8 hours, the next ship turns around, it goes out. The container is tracked, is safe, never gets lost. Then I think we can continue to make a living for ourselves. And we will still be there 30 years from now and looking for the next bound beyond that.
Singapore Maritime Week will continue over the coming days, with deals expected to be signed, deepening collaboration in emerging areas, such as autonomous vessels and wind technology.
People who want to switch to a seafaring career can soon take a shorter time to train for it, less than 2 years instead of the current 2.5 years. They will also get $2,200 in allowance, almost double the current amount. These changes were announced by the Transport Ministry at the opening ceremony of the Singapore Maritime Week. That is, as the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore looks to boost manpower in the sector.
Captain Tanya Rasu never thought he'll join the maritime industry. That changed after he came across a newspaper advertisement on a training program by the Maritime and Port Authority in 2009. He was fresh out of national service and decided to give it a go. 16 years later, he still enjoys being part of the industry. Now a marine manager, he makes sure that ships comply with international standards. Mr. Tanya Rasu still values what he learned during the Tripartite Maritime Training Award Program, or TMTA.
I would say the preliminary education that you need to have when you go on board is what you get from TMTA. You need to know how basically a ship is, how it is designed, what is the constructional requirement of it as per SOLAS, the stability of the ship, the navigation aspect of the ship.
To make the program more attractive and invite others like Mr. Tanya Rasu to the sector, MPA will make it shorter and increase its allowance. Among those who are looking to take up the course with its new perks is 30-year-old Mr. Azim. As a service engineer, he works on a particular component on a ship. He now wants to be trained as a chief engineer who will take care of not just one aspect, but all machinery on the ship.
This course is very structured, so in the sense that it gives you a timeline, and after a specific timeline, you can graduate to actually rank up the ladder to get up to become from 4th engineer to 3rd engineer to 2nd, and you can actually make your way up to be a chief engineer.
Mr. Azim will start his training under the enhanced program in June this year. It'll provide students with mentorship by experienced seafarers to help them navigate real-world challenges.
These enhancements will grow our pipeline of local seafarers who bring valuable expertise to the industry and are critical to filling leadership positions at sea and ashore.
Mr. Pillay also says the existing workforce will also learn new skills so they can better manage cyber threats.